One.
Hello, this is Nelson Barrera, and I bring a new guest for you guys, my friend Barryn Tar. Say hello, Bryan.
Hey, Nelson. Glad to be here today.
No, thank you, brother, for being here. So, to all you that are looking at this video, I invited Bryan because we will talk about online marketing. So we bring some interesting topics, and I'm excited. I know Bryan it is as well. So, uh, Bryan, could you please just talk to us about what you do and basically who you are?
Sure. Thanks, Nelson. Well, glad to
Please.
be here today. Very glad to be here. My name is Barryn Tar here in San Diego, California, and I am online marketer. And what I do is I create freedom for entrepreneurs by helping them with what they're challenged with in online marketing. So where entrepreneurs know that they want to get out there and they want to have themselves online, where they get frustrated or where they don't know what to do, or maybe they've tried something and it hasn't quite worked out so well, I do the heavy lifting for them. With all of the
Mm.
knowledge that I have in online marketing, I make it easy and simple for them, saving them time and money and getting them back to what they love, which is running their business and helping other people.
Mm. That's pretty interesting, and yeah. So people just have no idea how to coming up with websites or marketing. So they have great ideas, but your job is to help them to be more clear about
Yeah, that's right, Nelson.
online
A lot of
marketing.
the entrepreneurs, they know what they love. They love to help people and they've seen some success. And so
Yeah.
one-to-one and talking with people, they've had success. But it's not their fault. There's so much information out there about online marketing. They don't know where to go and what to do. Sometimes they
Yes.
try it on their own and they get frustrated with it. Sometimes they see a good ad and so they go try that and it doesn't work. And it can become
Yes.
very difficult to find online marketing that works and to find people that you can trust. So that's what I
Yes.
enjoy doing, is building trusted relationships and using technology that works for the entrepreneur.
That's pretty awesome, man. So
Thank you.
yeah, I know you science what about a year.
I've been in the information technology for about 30 years, and
Oh, no, no,
I've
no,
been,
no, no, no.
huh?
We sorry, I'm sorry. We will meet from like since a year. I know
Oh,
you sent, yeah.
we've known each other about 2 years, I think.
And how, okay, and how much time are you being on this?
How much time, how long have I been doing online marketing?
Yes.
I've been doing online marketing for probably about 10 years or so. And just recently, for the past 2 years, I've been focusing on what that's called a funnel for online
Yeah.
marketing.
That's what we will talk about, and that's pretty awesome. So, oh, just for a quick, please tell us and share with us a little bit about roti yoga.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Please, please
Thank you.
tell the audience.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Um, like I said, I have a background in technology, and I love to create freedom for entrepreneurs. What I also understand is some of our freedom comes from within. And so when we want to have freedom in our jobs and freedom in our life, we need to have balance from within us. So what I discovered about 4 or 5 years ago was a practice of
Mm.
balancing stones. And sometimes people have seen stones stacked up on a mile marker, on a trail by the beach. And what I discovered is how to teach that technique of balancing the stones combined with the basics of yoga, which is breath work and awareness. And when we're playing with the stones and we're breathing and we're aware, our minds just become quieter and we become still. And our breathing is so important to us. Our breathing becomes slower and we actually become more creative and we become more likely to be loved and to love. So when I'm
Mm.
having challenges with my business or life, or the people that I share this with and teach, when we have challenges with our lives, we'll go practice balancing the stones, creating some really cool stuff. And subconsciously, we're working on our own challenges. Then we go back to work and we've got brand new ideas new phone calls happen. It's pretty amazing. So this is my passion of teaching
Yes.
rock yoga, in addition to the passion of helping entrepreneurs with online marketing. Thanks, Nelson.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's pretty awesome. I want to share it because I have been on the beach rocking, balancing rocks with you. So that's pretty amazing. So just let's jump on the topic of today. But before, just for a quick, please give people how people can reach you on Rocky Yoga. What's your
Sure.
Facebook?
If you want to find out more about this technique, just go on Facebook and look up Rock Yoga, ROCKYOGA. And it's facebook.com/2balancerocks.
Awesome.
You can also find me on Instagram. I share a lot of the pictures of the students and the people who practice. On Instagram, it's Go Balance a Rock.
All right.
Kind of with attitude.
Okay.
Yep. So look that up. And we have classes in San Diego, California, and we're looking to expand in Los Angeles and to try and teach this online soon.
That's very awesome. People, please go and take a look to his pages. Bryan have amazing content. So thank you, Bryan, to share
Thanks,
that.
Nelson.
So
Thank you.
You're welcome. And all right, Bryan. So right now, I would like to introduce the topic. Finally, I'm excited about this because I have been in that situation that I don't know what to do about marketing, online marketing, right? So I just discovered then something is happening about the websites because people are just getting more new websites. But if the website is not functional, what's happened, right? So we will about all these topics and we will talk about. But please introduce to us. What's funnels? What's leads? What's all this? Then
That's a really good question.
let's suppose then I don't know anything about it. Probably one of the people on our audience don't know that much about funnels. So please introduce to us what is that.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen online, they hear funnels, marketing funnels, online systems, lead generation, landing pages, sales pages, email campaigns. It can all be just too confusing about what is this thing, and it doesn't make sense. Well, here's what happened. As you've mentioned very well, Nelson, there was a time when it was important to have a website. So people needed to find you on the internet. That was many, many, many years ago, and there's so many websites that people just become overwhelmed. So they see a website, and if there's nothing in it for them, they just go somewhere else. People realize this, and what they created was a system called a funnel. And a funnel is like what it sounds. It's this big thing that through online, it brings people down to a point. It's all about information flowing. That's all a funnel is about. So when you go to a website, or when you go to www.lookatmywebsite.com, or whatever your brand is, when people arrive there, the first thing they have is, what's in it this for me? So immediately you want to be able to communicate and tell your story in such a way that people want to take action. Then the next step is to give them something of value. The focus of online marketing is to build trust. People know that there's so many things out there that they can't trust. They want to work with people they can trust. So the first step is to give them something of value to them that builds their trust. They receive that ebook, they receive that download, they receive that video, and it helps them, and they trust you, and they want to engage with you further. So then you add them another piece of value that's even more valuable. They receive that, they find it's valuable, and they want to continue. What you're building is a relationship, and it's been true for 50, 60, hundreds of years. The relationship is the core of business. So now people are realizing online, I can build a relationship. I introduce you to me. I give you a piece of value. It works. You trust me. I give you another piece of value. It works. You trust me. And we begin to have a relationship. And if you trust me, then you'll want to engage with my main product. And then you become a client. So that is the intention of a funnel, is to bring in and educate people, to nurture them, let them know more about you, give them valuable pieces of information, and then to give them an invitation to become your client. And if done
Yeah.
effectively, people have heard the word conversion. A conversion means that somebody has provided their email address, somebody has watched your video, or somebody has signed up to be your client. So it's
And
yeah.
I have a question. So is that true then? Many of us start just like wanting to engage people with our services or product without giving anything first.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Sometimes people think, I'm so awesome that I can just put a web page together and people want to work with me. There's a
Yes,
lot of people out there. What I believe, Nelson, is every entrepreneur has a special gift. Everybody does.
I do believe that as well. Yes,
And
exactly.
when that place that they first go to communicates that value, people want to work with you. And there's a saying that givers gain. When you give great value, you're going to receive great value. So when I introduce to somebody through online, when I introduce them to me and they understand my story, I give them something of value and we build trust. One of the most important pieces of a business online is email addresses. The basis and the value of a business is in email addresses. So the first thing you want to do is collect an email address. And when people
All
don't know
right.
where to start, the very first place to start is to have a page that tells your story well. It invites them to receive something free.
In change. All right.
Yep. And it says, please give me your email address and I will give you
Yes.
this free thing.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah.
I have a question. So yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty awesome. But I want to stop you right there, and I want to ask you, because you have been talking about this, and this is fantastic. But probably people are asking, okay, but where I do should start with this? So you know, so if you could tell us 5 secrets that you will give to somebody who just getting is just getting with this marketing, online
Okay.
marketing and funnels, what will be those 5 let's say top secrets about how to start, what to do next,
Mm-hmm.
what are the steps as you was mentioning, but let's put this in order.
Okay.
That would
That's a
be
really good question,
pretty
Nelson.
interesting. Yes.
If somebody was just starting out, what are the 5 secrets that I would tell them that would help them find success online? Okay. The first thing that I would tell them is where I start with a lot of entrepreneurs is know your story, know your why. What is that special service or product that you do that makes you successful for customers? And sometimes you can ask your customers and clients, what is it they have enjoyed working with you? What is your why? Know that first. Everything has come back. When we work with people, it's always come back to that. So know that.
Know that. So we have know your story. That's
Yep.
pretty
Know your
pretty
story.
important.
Yep.
All right.
Then the
Already.
next thing that I would do is to tell your story. I'm sure that everybody has a lot of good contacts and can find them of people who do well in writing. So tell your story well. So write it up on a document and share it with your friends. Hey, if you read this, would you want to do business with me? Know to tell your story well. That's very, very valuable piece. So that's the second thing I would advise, is to tell your story well. The third thing that I would suggest that they do to be successful online marketing is to know you're successful offline. What I mean by that is to know that I've given my products and I've given my services to clients and I've been successful offline. How you do business offline relates to how you do business online.
Do you mean with this? You mean networking, being in events and have meetings?
Very
or
good. Very good. Actually, a lot of people have come to me and they've said, hey, Bryan, I want a funnel and I want a website and I want this campaign. So that's exciting. How many clients do you have? Oh, I have 2 or 3 clients.
Hmm.
If you don't have a lot of clients and you're not publicly speaking and maybe you don't have a book, if you don't have an existing functioning business offline, it's too early to go online. It's
Oh,
time to
that's
go.
pretty important.
It is,
Wow.
because a lot of people have spent money and time trying to create an online presence when they could have been talking to people offline and growing their business. That's the very
Alrighty.
first place to start, and that's the first place to success, is to take
So
yourself, if you don't have an existing client base, go
yes,
network, go build and serve people offline before you build your website. That saves people a
that's
lot of time
pretty
and money.
interesting. Yeah, thank you. That's pretty interesting. So let's clarify this because people could think like, all right, offline is about billboard, about I don't know, radio, something like that. But
Good
yeah,
point.
let's bring. Yeah,
Yeah.
people could think about it,
This
right?
is
So
this is what we're doing. You and I are offline. You and I are
mm,
talking. We're having a real conversation. That's a very, very good point, Nelson. When I say be successful offline, go talk to people. Hi, my name's Barrera Tar. Let me ask you, what do you do? Let me ask you, what's your challenge? Get to know people face to face. That's the most important place to build your business, is face to face, talking to people on the phone or engaging with them.
mm,
That's what I would have them do before you start anything else. Know and practice your products and services with people. And so once they've done that, once you say, I have several clients, I've got a growing client base that I'm helping, I've got a successful running business. Now it's time to take it online. The
already.
next secret I would say is to start slow.
Oh, very
The,
good points.
the
Yeah.
very first thing you want to do is receive email addresses. You could spend $1,500, $7,000 for a successful funnel, and it's this great engine, and it's ready to go. But if you don't know your content, if you haven't practiced working with people, you've spent a lot of money for a nice Cadillac when all you needed was a Nissan Leaf just to get you from here to there. Start
Yeah.
basic. Start basic. Nelson, you know of a lot of good places to start where it's easy to do. It's easy to put your story online and to receive an email address. This is what I would suggest. When you start basic, find somebody you trust. Number one, find somebody you trust. By that, I mean you ask them a question, they get back to you, you work with them, and they provide you good value. Build trust. It's okay to tell people this isn't right for me. That's happened to me a lot of times. Learn to work with somebody you can trust. Number two, use something that's basic that you can do. There's many basic ways to put a website together that will collect an email address. Many basic
Awesome.
ways. So maybe in another interview, Nelson, you can help provide them what some of these basic things that they can do to build a website that collects email addresses. So that may be
Yes,
another
absolutely.
interview. So once you find these website builders that let you put a website together very easily and quickly, you want to collect email addresses. The next step that I would say is to
That's our number 5 step, right?
number five. Yeah,
Yes.
number five, and the last one is give value. So when you put your website together, that what they call a landing page. So that landing page is just where you tell your story. So when you put that landing page together, as you said in step number 4, when you put that landing page together, collect email addresses. And the best way to do that is everybody's got some genius inside of them. Everybody can come up with, like you asked me today, 5 secrets, 7 tips, 10 ways to do this better, 7 ways to do that better. Everybody can come up with that.
You will
And
be agree. Yeah, you will be agree. I am agree with you. Then
yeah.
what we have to say is important, right?
Yes, yes. So if I asked you, Nelson, what are 6 things that you would say that are critical about branding, 6 secrets, you'd be able to come up with 6 secrets about branding. So can everybody else. Everybody else can sit down and think, what are 10 tips that I know that I could tell somebody and it would add value to them? Come
Whether
up
it
with those
be
secrets.
landscaping,
Yeah.
anything.
Landscaping. 4 things you must know before you ever start landscaping. A landscaper would go,
Yeah.
this, that, this, that, this. So
There's
find out
people
what.
who know. Oh, sorry. There's people who know how to sleep well. I do struggle with that. So
There you
yeah,
go.
there's people out there
Right.
who
So
knows I don't know anything, right?
sit down. Sometimes sit down with a friend like you and I are, and find and come up with those tips. So come up with those tips, then provide them in a way that's easy for people to get. You can do an audio recording. You can do, like we're doing, a video. You can create an ebook. You can do it. I think I already said on a video. So find a way to deliver that value online so they can easily
Mm.
download it.
What about coupons? People
Coupons.
to give coupons.
What I found is successful is people want to get something right away. So if
Yes.
I have 4 secrets about landscaping, I want to watch a video about it. I want to hear an audio. I want to download a PDF. I want to
Exactly.
be able to
So
get that.
it's relative to what you do. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's
Perfect.
a good point, Nelson. If I'm a ballet teacher
Mm.
and I want people to learn ballet, I might say, provide me your email address and I will give you a coupon for a free day of ballet.
Yes.
Yep.
Great idea.
There we go. So people have great ideas to how can I deliver value to you. I'm working with a auto shop, and they said, if you give us our email address, come in for a free estimate. We'll look over your car and we'll help you find a better way to have your car healthy. That works for them.
That's it.
So come up with a way to deliver something online that they can get right away.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your secrets, or what's the value that you could give them? How can you deliver it online? And collect the email addresses with an email manager. What I recommend is MailChimp. MailChimp is really simple to use.
Yes, I do MailChimp. I use MailChimp. It's pretty
Okay.
simple. Yes.
So when they give you your email address, the email address goes into MailChimp and they download their value. That's all people need to do to start. That's all they need to do to start.
Exactly. So, Bryan, another question, and this will be our last question.
This has been fun, Nelson. This has really been fun.
This is what?
This has been a lot of fun. I've loved this.
Yeah, I love this. Yes. So I hope people are enjoying this as well.
Me too. Me
so
too.
yeah, I have a question that just came to my mind. So
Okay.
I know it, but people could have this though about, could I create these funnels by myself, or do I need an expert on this?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Should I try this by myself? This is my answer to that. Every business person is a specialist in what they do.
Yes.
But they're not a specialist on online marketing. I have been there and I've tried to create things on my own, and it gets frustrating.
Yes, that's happened with many entrepreneurs, right? They want to do everything.
Right. I need to do online marketing, so I must be able to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
My greatest advice is don't do that. Find somebody you can trust. Allow them to help you. Allow them to do it with you. Don't do it alone. You'll save time and money, and you will create something that's more effective. So that's the best advice. You could do it on your own, but don't do it on your own, because you want to get back to doing business. So find somebody you trust to help you build this website.
That's very awesome, man. Thank you. Thanks for sharing
You're
that.
welcome, Nelson. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. So, all right, people, let's do a resume about the 5 secrets that we have right here. So, Bryan,
Bam.
number one, it's know your story. Know your story, right?
Right.
And then we have, once we know our story, uh, we tell people our story. So, tell your story. That's number two. And number three, we have know your success offline. How
Build your
are you?
success offline.
Yes, how are you playing offline, right? And then we have some important point and people just miss because they just want to do everything so fast, like today. So start low, okay? Take a breath, think about the things you need to complete, about what you need to do. So start low. And for last, we have uh, bring value, give value to people, to others. So what do you want to say it and what do you have to say is important. Is that correct, Bryan?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Offer something of value to people online so they can download it and in exchange for your email address. And that's the basic foundation of a business, is collecting those email addresses.
Mm, that's very important. So that will help to your business to create new leads and actually convert them into new clients, right?
That's right. But we'll cover that in another interview.
Yes, that's another topic. So, people, please, if you are interested to know more about this, please leave us a comment below. And Bryan, please tell people how could they reach you? What's your website, your social media for this, your online marketing consulting, please?
Sure. Thank you very much. I'm sure that people have a lot of questions. Not only can they contact you, Nelson, but they can reach me at my email address. It's alive, ALIVE, a period, the number 2, the letter B as in boy, TRUE, alive to be true, at gmail.com. They can always reach me at 619-365-5319. And just
There
look for
you
me
go.
on social media for Barrera Tar, and let me know your questions. And like you're doing right now, Nelson, we'll do whatever we can to help that entrepreneur to be able to succeed online.
Yes, yes, definitely. And guys, please don't just think about to call Bryan because this is a nice guy and he will help you and he will answer you anything you want. So he's always there for you, and I could testify about it. So thank you, Bryan,
You've been
and
a really good friend, and it's been a pleasure working with you all these years, Nelson. I
my
love that
pleasure, man.
I love that you're reaching out and helping more people to find their freedom and find their businesses online.
Thank you. That's what we love to do. So I hope this video helped many people. So Bryan, thanks for being on the call. So I
You're
wish you
welcome.
all a nice and a great evening. So thank you, and thank you.
Thank you, Nelson.
All right, Bryan. See you there. Bye,
See you
everyone.
soon.
See you soon.